Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, here I am in Lleida. We already have the Super Cup final, the great classic of Spanish football. It's the third consecutive time that Real Madrid and Barca are playing. Real Madrid will be in the Super Cup final, currently tied at 1. Barca won 2 seasons ago, Madrid won last season, and we'll see what happens next Sunday, especially after Madrid beat Mallorca 3-0 in a match where I have to say, I'm not saying Madrid didn't deserve to win, they did deserve to win. Mallorca has ended up exhausted, but I think the result is a bit exaggerated for what we saw in the match. I saw a pretty competitive Mallorca. They competed well and made things difficult for Madrid at times. I want to analyze all of that. Tomorrow I'll have the notes from the match, of course, and much more. All right, let's take a look. Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, you know that we sponsor the city of Ceuta, a wonderful city. I'm in a central area, and this is the House of Dragons. You have to visit it. From 1903, a historicist building that belonged to a noble family, and it's one of the places that also, well, there are so many that are worth seeing here in this city of Ceuta, but one of them is this, the House of Dragons. Let's keep talking about the match. All right, let's go, friends of Mundo Maldini. First, I want to say that this stadium is amazing. By the way, Karim Benzema was there. We saw him on the Movistar broadcast. They put him on the big screens and the crowd went wild. There were a lot of Madrid fans, many from here, from the Saudi area, but of course both Madrid and Barca have a great international following. And we've seen many Real Madrid jerseys from people here in Saudi Arabia, many of whom are fans of Atletihat, which is the team of Karim Benzema, who plays in this stadium. I said in the Movistar broadcast that Benzema is, for me, a legend of Real Madrid. That's how I say it. And today a legend of Real Madrid attended as Real Madrid made it to the final after winning 3-0 against Mallorca. I think the match has been pretty clear from the start. Real Madrid had more ball control. Mallorca came out quite brave with their defense pushed high, trying at times to control the ball, because without Samu Costa in midfield, they had a midfield with quite a few quality players like Morlanes, Darder, players who can handle the ball well, along with Mascarell, but they didn't manage to do it. And I think that pushing the defense up so much at times, Madrid quickly picked up on it, and in the first few minutes we saw Vinicius break through with space and Mbappe break through with space. And I think that this made Mallorca realize that it was almost a suicide, and they pushed their line back. They pushed the line back a little more, which made it difficult for Madrid to find the forwards with long balls, of course. Here is the great Álvaro Benito. Look, I'm going to show you the family, damn it. This is Álvaro Benito. Here we have Inmaculada, who is amazing, and there you have Javi. Behind is Carlos Martinez, who needs no introduction. And the one recording me is Manolo, who I can show you if you want. And Manolo, who is also a guy from Movistar, is the one recording me. So where was I going? Where was I going? Friends from the Malvinas world. I was saying that logically the main plan was to make the game long, as Arrasate said, and find some deep balls with a long pass to Muricy. Because Muricy is a very difficult player to defend. It's very complicated to defend against Muricy. That kind of high balls. That he brings the ball down for Aaron in this case, very complicated to defend. And there, Mallorca had some feeling that they could complicate things for Real Madrid. In fact, a prolongation was the cross from the right side, a shot from Aaron that went wide, but in the end, Madrid, of course, gradually managed to take control. But it has been very difficult for him. I really like Jude Bellingham. I have to say that just like I'm a practicing Benzema fan, I'm also a practicing Bellingham fan. I have to say he's a player that excites me to watch, and it's true that almost all of you have seen it because there have been 50,000 people here. The vast majority of you watching this video have seen the match on TV, that's obvious. And it's really not the same, no matter how wonderful Movistar's broadcasts are, but it's not the same to watch it on TV as it is to see it in the stadium. Because in the stadium you see many more movements of a player and the influence that Jude Bellingham has on the game, with the ball, without the ball, how he moves. When Bellingham started to show up, Real Madrid's game began to shine. And everyone was looking for him. Everyone found him. He always chooses the right option. Bellingham is incredible. Vinicius, I don't want to focus too much on individuals because you'll have the video with the ratings tomorrow, but Vinicius started well with that burst of speed. He had that clash with Maffeo. And I have to say, with all due respect, that what Maffeo did is unacceptable. I know they have a rivalry between them. I know that in football sometimes being a bit sly is important, but Vinicius doesn't even touch him. He just brushes him with his hand. And Maffeo falls to the ground as if he had been shot from the stands. And that can't happen in professional football because with VAR it's impossible for the referee. The referee can be fooled, but VAR will quickly correct him. I really think that those attitudes, honestly, these matches are watched by young kids. And I believe those attitudes are not good at all. But anyway, having said that, the worst peak was there. There was no peak at the end. The game became a mess in the final stretch. It was a shame, but it seems that things have returned to normal. Vinicius said in the first few minutes of participating, Vinicius has been disappearing from the game. Vinicius has been disappearing for many minutes from the game. But then at the end, he reappeared to make that pass that meant the first goal. A fantastic pass that Rodrigo finished, and it arrived. It is no coincidence. Bellingham has 9 shots and 8 goals in the last few games from 9 shots. I mean, believe me, it's not a coincidence that in the end, the ball falls to Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham is the one who scores the 1-0 for Madrid. I liked Rodrigo, and I really liked Camavinga. I've been saying that Camavinga should be the central midfielder for Real Madrid, maybe alongside Fede Valverde in this setup. Whether it's 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, there will be minutes for Lucas Madrid. All that is true, but I think Camavinga is the best player for that position. By the way, Tchouaméni, who took that blow to the head, fortunately it seems to be nothing. Madrid, little by little, early on, took control, but after the first goal, Mallorca had the match they wanted. A slow game where Madrid wasn't generating danger. But with such talent, it's hard to cover leaks. It's like a storm pouring down and you're sealing windows, but water comes in. Against Real Madrid, it's hard to stop Vinicius and Maffeo, whom I liked, Bellingham and Camavinga. It's impossible to stop them all, and the play leading to the first goal happens. It's very hard to stop Vinicius and Maffeo, who, by the way, I really liked, Jude Bellingham and Camavinga coming from behind all at once. It's impossible to stop them all, and in the end, the play that led to the first goal ends up happening. And from there, Mallorca was worn out, they were very tired, they couldn't take it anymore, and they hardly had any chances. Honestly, they hardly had any chances. He took a risk with Arrasate, he brought in 2 more forwards, he put in Manolo and Abdon Prats, he played almost a 4-2-4, but Madrid with space ends up finding the second goal, and then the third with that assist from Lucas Vazquez, magnificent. I'll say it again, if we analyze the whole match, for me the 3-0 was excessive. I have to say it was excessive, but Madrid logically ended up dominating against a team like Mallorca, which competed very well. Congratulations to Mallorca for how they competed, but Madrid showed they were superior. We'll have time to talk, don't worry, because we're going to have several videos about what the final could be, and you'll get the predictions. With the percentages tomorrow, I want to make a video about what that final could be, some details, and we're going to analyze from Saudi Arabia what that final might look like, which is going to be exciting, and we'll be watching on Movistar Plus, by the way. At 6, we'll have a pretty long preview, and at 8, Madrid-Barça, Barça-Madrid, Supercopa Final 2024. Even though we're already in 2025, it's going to be spectacular. Friends of Mundo Maldini, what that match is going to be like. It's going to be exciting. A hug. Football is so great. Why are we so passionate about it? That's why we love it. A hug from Saudi Arabia. Bye.